Alright, let's see if this one works. Is it going to work? I don't have any notifications that's not. Okay, there we go. That should work. Hello, hello. Alright, so apparently my stream was like, you are dropping the bitrate or whatever. But we're back now. Super annoying. I don't know what's doing it because it's not like my internet changes. But here we are. We're back. Okay. Just take me to that, please. Okay. Drop frames detected. Just stop trying to drop me. 48%. Okay. Are we still on the interwebs? We're still on the interwebs. Okay, I'm gonna keep it on the actual YouTube stream because now I'm petrified of it dropping. Okay. All right, there we go. Hopefully that works. Yeah, it keeps going and saying that I've got a reduced frame rate, and I'm like, or dropped frames, I guess would be the better description. Okay, it does want me to cut. Do you know what? We're just gonna cut everything right now and deal with it later. Because what it's asking for next is the strapping as well. And so we can do strapping right now. Okay, so I was gonna try and get the stitch and go cases done, but I have a feeling we're just gonna end up being able to cut what we've already cut. And this and the exterior fabrics for the backpacks, but that's better than nothing. We also got a lot of those belt bags done. Oh yeah, and that next I was about to say stitching bitch, but that's not it. The next zip and grip test, which if I have enough brain power I will come down and attempt sewing tonight. So how long does it want these straps? 36 inches. So 60 minus 12 is 48. Minus 12 is 36. Minus 12 is 24. So this is like nylon seatbelt webbing that I'm using for these because it's nice, it's sturdy, it's typically pretty comfortable. I don't like the Polypro for 1.5 inch straps anymore. Kind of scratchy. It's probably what I would describe it as. So that's why we're going to give this a try. We will singe the ends on this one this time when we go to use it. I need 2 7-inch side connectors. Now, it does also request that I have, or the front needs to also have webbing. In which case, what I should have done is I should have gotten 1 inch webbing that matches, but I don't have that. So we're gonna do, and I just realized I don't actually have, I would bought the amount that I needed for the straps. I didn't buy the amount that I needed for straps plus those. Oops. Plus the connectors. So we don't have 6 bags right now anyway. In general, I didn't want to commit to a whole roll before I knew whether I wanted to put these into production or not. So here we are. Okay. Sides, and then so for both of them, I think having the navy being for the, what's the front strap? So I need a hook attachment, a hanging loop, and a front strap. Oh. Ew, gross. I should have gotten... Damn it. Right, because it needs the loop on the back to make it... partially to make it a backpack. I think what I was thinking there is that that could be the Polypro, and then it would match the bag more. So in this case, both of these should just have navy. So let's do that. I think that's okay. Okay, is there one that I've already started, or are we out of navy? We're out of navy. We're gonna have to use this one. All right. So now typically I would end up cutting, or like bringing out the heat knife for all of this, but since we're cutting so few pieces, technically, I'm not doing it. Okay. 1 of 3. 2 of 3. 3 of 3. All right. 1, 2, 3. Doom, doom, doom. Good. Actually, do you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually clip those all together, and then we'll go. And then they're all like held together. Okay. And like ready to go. Okay. And the straps are there. Okay. We've done all the stuff that is not exterior or lining fabric. Now, we're going to cut both fabrics at the same time, just because efficiency sake, brain power sake, etc., etc. These are all like they're all rectangular cuts. So we're doing cat bread and we're doing coffee shop signs. What I call, this is your sign to have a coffee, because it totally is. Okay, and I think most of the, only one of these is, oh, god damn, of course. Okay, open them up. They're all pretty much by 16s. So, okay, so front zipper panels, 2. Okay, so I wonder if this is like height or width. There, their selvages are lined up. Nope, we're not doing it that way then. Too much discrepancy. Okay. Okay, so the first is, oh, measurements are height by width. Okay. With seam allowances included. Okay. Height by width, height by width. So we are going to fold this in. Yes, no, yes. Because I can get all these cuts from doing one cut. Okay. Okay, 1 16-inch cut should work. So they're all 16-inch height, width. Okay, so if they're all 16-inch width, then the height is this way. Okay. Oh my god, my brain is broken. Okay. So they're all 16-inch width. Which means that if I was to cut height-wise, okay, I need 2 front zipper pocket panels. So there it is, there. That's the height. It's basically to the bottom of that sign. And then there's the width. Okay. It's a 42-inch fabric, just over 42 inches. So that leaves me with like 8, 5.5, 11 inches. Okay, so we have to do multiple cuts. Okay, that's fine. Just making sure that like I'm not going crazy that we have to do multiple cuts basically. Okay, so one cut will be the zipper pockets. And then the second cut, this is the annoying part. I'm gonna have so many little like excess pieces. Okay, that's fine, whatever. Okay. Good. So this is the zipper pocket. Zipper pockets. Do I hold my breath while I use my rotary cutter? Yeah, quite a bit actually. Apparently it's time to change my rotary cutter. Okay. Now, so that's the height, correct? Correct. We're actually a little bit excess. That's okay. Trim that down, and then we're going to trim down the extremely little, but I want to be very precise with these ones. I don't know why compared to all the other ones, but I guess they deserve it. There. Okay. So there's the square up, and then we need to trim off the selvage because I'm not messing with that with this one. Okay, trim the selvage, trim the selvage, trim the selvage. Done. And then, so the front zipper panels are 16 inches wide. Okay, so trim this down to 16. I'll figure out the rest. Okay, there's 16. So those are the front zipper panels. Really big. Okay, and then yeah, that's only 11. Yeah, there's cuts for notions, pouches, and needle stashers. Okay, front zipper pockets. Now we gotta do the back panel along with the top band. So we need another. Okay, we'll just cut it to the size of the back panel across. No. 16 is 32 again. But that would be a big cut all the way across. But I don't like leaving like random cuts in there. But the back panel we'll do fine. Whatever, just do it, Katie. You're good. You're good. Just do it. Okay. Okay. It'll be fine. Ding. Okay, so here's the back panel. And then we'll trim it down for first the back panel and then the, top band. And then we can get the zipper dividers out of this one as well. Okay, so there's the, down to the last little bit of this one. Okay. Trim this down to 16 again. No selvages today. Alright, I am super excited about these, so I'll probably be back on tonight to like work on them. I do have a tempo run still to do today, so it'll be like kids to bed, and then I'll go run, and then I'll come downstairs. Get these go rolling. Okay, so that's the back panel. Interesting. Okay, back panel. Top band. So this is why it's annoying, is because, like, I'm not going to use this whole chunk of fabric, but, like, it's also, yeah. Okay. I think I'm going to cut it so that, oh, this one can be warbly, I guess. Whatever. At least, the nice thing is I can just line this up like this. There we go. Or down at, actually, if I do it down at the bottom, I'm less likely to slice my fingers. So let's do it that way. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Doom. 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 Okay. And then I think that's actually enough to do an eyeglass case out of. So that's okay too, I guess. And I don't know what we'll end up doing with this stuff, but whatever, we'll figure it out. Maybe we'll just double up on the bags eventually. Okay. All right. Oh, actually, yeah, because none of this will fit. I was like, well, then we can make the slip pockets. None of it fits the slip pockets, so never mind. Never mind. Although that does bring up a good point of what are we actually going to use for slip pockets in these? It's like a fat quarter. So, practically a fat quarter. Maybe I should just like, I guess we'll figure that out. But I want them to be something that contrasts with that sand color as well, so. Okay, so in that case, do I actually want to use the cat bread? Yeah, let's use cat bread, because I've been dithering about what to use cat bread for, so let's use it for a backpack. So, we need to cut, basically what I can just do is I'll go in and cut it exactly the same. And that means that we'll go to quite a ways down here, right here. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. I gotta stop being precious about some of these fabrics. It's like, just use the goddamn things. And actually, I think that that's probably enough to do a mini traveler out of. So, we're just gonna, ooh, or a belt bag. Let's do a belt bag. Yeah, belt bag. Belt bag, belt bag, belt bag. That'll look really good in that, actually. Okay. So first things first, we're gonna cut it height-wise, and then we'll cut it width-wise. Flynn's like, oh my god, there's birds. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, good, good. I'm supposed to be, yeah, I'm supposed to be interfacing these. Oh shit, oh well. Wait, these are large enough pieces that I'm not too worried about, like, and they're also not slippery like obi and stuff like that. So interfacing them before cutting isn't required, I guess, might be the best description. Whereas like with the obi and stuff like that, like, better cut or better interface those before trying to do any of the like fancy cuts. That's for damn sure. Okay, trim down the selvages. There we go. Now square it up. Good. And we go in and we cut it down. Ding. Ding. Good. Alright, I need from that weird cut, I should take the little doohickey of zipper divider. It's only like 2 by 3, but whatever. May as well take it off of here. Actually, this is the 3-inch cut right here, right? Okay. So we may as well take 2. There. Okay, so there's the little divider. Good. Good. Then cat bread. Good. Good. And then we trim this down again. First the selvage. There we go. Ooh, 4:30. Okay, just about time to go. Okay, so I don't know if we'll get the interior done then either, but okay. Okay, there's the back. There's the back, there's the back, there's the back. Doom, 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 doom. Okay, and then we need to cut a... Oh. I fucked that up. Whoops. The little zipper tab. Because it's going to be, height is this way. So it's going to be sideways. Yeah, whatever. It makes it distinct. Okay. Makes it stand out from the crowd. Okay. And again, in some places, not as big a deal as others. Okay. 3 by 6. And in this case, so we're going to go and add that couple extra inches on this one. And just ignore the fact that it's going to be sideways in this case. Okay. This way. Okay, and then let's make this the little zipper divider because it's the most multi-directional part of this cut. Done. Okay, there is the exterior for both backpacks done. Right? Doom, 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 doom. Good. Next, interior. Oh, it wants the drawstring casing out of the lining fabric. What? Okay, well then in that case, we could still use this and do... Right? Because there's enough here, there's enough here, there's totally enough here. Drawstring casing. Okay, cool. Now I don't feel quite so bad about this weird cut. Alright, we're gonna line you two up. And trim you down. Okay, because it should be the same. Oh, right, it's minus like the little zipper cut off, but that's okay. 7. Boom, boom. Oh, but we need 2. Ah, shit. Oh, but they don't need to be very deep. This is 6 inches. Okay, so I can get, okay, yeah. We got it. I did this right. Cool. My brain was just like, Scren. Hi, Flynn. How are you? Okay. I'm gonna trim down a 1/2 inch on both sides so that we're just nice and chill, even. Having the time of our lives. Are you having the time of your life right now, Cat? He's all like, this is mine. My box, my box, my box. Must mark with my scent, my scent. Dude, hey, what are you doing? Stay out of it. Stay out of it. Come back over here. I know. Grumpy boy. Grumpy. Hi, what's up? Okay, watch out. Rotary cutter. On the way. It's all like, oh God, the textures. And it's like, well, you're the one walking on my desk. Okay, there we go. Now we cut it in half. And we have our 2 drawstrings. Okay, I like how this is all nice and like good so far. All right, drawstrings. Okay, so full exteriors done. Now, so the drawstring casing done. Zipper pocket lining, zipper pocket backing, large lining panel, small lining panel, and the slip pocket panel. Like I said, I think we should be doing a contrast pocket. So what do I have for contrast pockets right now? That would be cute. Ooh, there's a good one for the coffee. And I think honestly anything with cats for the interior on cat bread is probably going to go over well. This is where it's probably a good spot that I should start using up stuff, but you know. Okay, these are both pretty gender neutral though, so I do want to stick with a fairly gender neutral. Like I don't want anything too, what would be taken as girly, I guess. Again, I'm not trying to ascribe any gender to anything that I use. I cannot determine your gender identity for you. However, I do know that lots of my fabrics are generally like very female oriented. All right, but anyway, nice navy paw prints and a blue and white stripe. Blue and white stripe will go into the coffee shop one, and the paws can go into the cat bread. It looks like we definitely need to like iron these down, but let's just double check on if we need to, if they're generally good enough. Okay, so they're too wide. That's fine. Are they tall enough? Honestly, if they're not perfectly too tall, that's fine too. Yeah, we're good. They're close enough. Close enough. So they need to be ironed. Okay. So those will be the pockets now for the backpacks. And then we're going to go in and we're going to do... He's got his toes like all spread. Flynn. Okay. Zipper pocket lining, zipper pocket backing. Large lining panel, small lining panel. Actually, I wonder, I noticed that I've got some little paw prints down here. I wonder if I would have enough, or are these supposed to be, are these Kato pockets that just got hidden underneath? Oh no. Those are 100% supposed to be Kato pockets. Are they wide enough though? They are not. Okay. I don't think. Let me check one more time. No, they're a ½ inch off. So we're going to repurpose these into this, hopefully. No, because there's not enough fabric. Never mind. Yeah. Okay, so those will end up being probably some mini traveler sling things. Okay, I need pocket linings for the... Oh, got some nice... Okay. That's light. Nice light twill. so that'll be the lining and the pocket. Well, that's pretty dark to put the... Yeah, too dark. Okay, so that stuff. Or I wonder if I've got some more larger pieces set aside that we could use. Not really scraps, more just stuff that hasn't been used for the other bags. Or, as I mentioned, if I start going in and using some of the, like, yeah, there's definitely some fabrics in here that, like, I'm not going to end up using as exterior pieces anymore, probably. So what I should start doing is using them for pockets. That doesn't help with our lining situation right now, but just the thought process for things. Okay, let's see what else I have over here. If I don't have to pull out that thing, I will be very happy, although it looks like I'm gonna have to pull it and use it. Okay. Oh. Now the next question is, do I use gold tooth zippers or do I use silver tooth zippers? I think probably gold tooth for both of them, hey? Yeah. And probably navy for both of them, to be honest. So while I'm over here, I'll just snag them out instead of having to come back and get the whole bin later. Maybe. Oh, of course, the whole roll here has unraveled. Yay! Alright, come on, my pretty. Can't be that much more of you. Nope. Okay, good. Okay, so do I have extra clip yarn? That's what I need. That's fabric, exteriors, felt to make more coasters, smaller zippers. Okay. All right. Zipper. I just don't want to have to cut. I just wanted to pull that out right now. I'm trying to be lazy, but I am making more work for myself. Okay, we need zipper pocket lining, zipper pocket backing, large lining panel, small lining panel. 17.25. I'll be able to get at least 2, probably 3 or 4 out of this. Or should I use the blue? The blue would be easier to manipulate on the table with the cat right now. Let's do that. Although it is also pretty dark. Or do I go with... No, I don't have anything else that would look good in there, really. Could do teal, but that clashes with the exterior. Okay. Sand color it is. Watch out, Flynn. Pulling the roll here, sir. Watch out. Watch out, Mr. Undercut. He totally has an undercut. He hates being combed, so this hairball, like in hairball season, it's just like, all right, hairballs have developed, trim them out. Or like mats have developed, trim them out. As we go. Still hates it, but he hates it less than being brushed, so. Hi, cat. You okay? Oh, okay. Good. I'm glad you're okay. Okay, so we need... you. We need you. 32. 64. 32 and 32, 64. Or we go 20, 20, 12, 12, 20, 20, 40, 12, 12, 64, 32, 32, 96. Okay, so I definitely have more than enough. So we're going to cut it to that depth. And then we'll just, yeah, okay. Close enough. And then I will trim it up correctly afterwards. And now this is close enough. Put a little bit extra just in case I'm not close enough, because obviously this is not the most accurate way to trim your fabric. But now we're on the inside fabric, so at least there's that. Okay. Boy. All right. You get back in there. Sure. We need to trim down to... Okay, what is that, the height or the width? It doesn't matter at this point because this is non-directional. Okay, so 20 inches wide and 12 inches wide. Okay, this is the asymmetrical backing. Oh, I gotta go soon. Oops. Okay, well, we'll get this trimmed down and then I'll go. Okay, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, and then we'll cut the height down after we cut down the width. Okay. One. Trim. Okay, so that's the back panel. Just have to trim down the height. Have to trim down the height. And then this is what I would consider the front panel because that's where it's going to go. So this is the asymmetrical cut. Good. Asymmetrical. And, oh, sorry, cat. You're not supposed to be on my desk right now. He's all like, oh God, what happened? Okay, we're going to cut both of the panelings first, and then I'll deal with the zipper pockets. Because we can always go in and do the zipper pockets separate, really. Right, because those weren't big enough at all. Okay. Doom. All the way over here. All the way over here. There we go. And then the smaller piece. Man, these are like definitely going to be some of the largest pieces I make. Even over in some ways the tote bags and stuff like that. Okay, so there's the lining chunks. Okay, come on. There we go. Okay, and then I need to do 16-inch widths, and these need to be doubled as well. Right? Okay. This should be enough here to do. Yeah. There's enough and a little bit extra, which is perfect. Okay, so let's do. Okay. Doom. Okay, square up the bottom. Okay, that's the square. And we're gonna do 19 to 6, because it's 13. 13 to, that is 6, right? 18, yeah, okay. The math is mathing. Good. And we'll trim it up here. Good. Okay, so there's the correct widths. Okay, there is, I think, everything. We got everything cut before I gotta go get my kiddos. Yay, we did it. Okay, so the only thing left to cut up now is the stitch and go case of it. And the interfacing. Actually, all the interfacing. So I guess, yeah, so we'll stay at the table tonight and I will get the interfacing done because I need to interface and stabilize the zip and grip case as well. So yeah, we'll just work on that tonight then, I guess. Who earns 7. Cool. Cool. Good. Good. Slicey slice. Dicey dice. Okay. So that's 1 per. 1 per. Now. Okay, so pattern pieces G to L. So all these interior pieces need to have interfacing put on them. And all the exterior pieces also need interfacing. Okay, so we'll go in and we'll just press everything on. So I may as well do the stitch and go case before we start that as well, I guess. Or I could just do these guys and then and the zip and grip and not worry about the stitch and go case yet. I want the stitch and go case, but I want the backpacks more. Yeah, I know. Hard decisions to be made today. Anyway, I will be back on tonight at some point. It'll all depend on like when the kids go to sleep and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll get this done or rolling tonight at least. So I hope you all have a fantastic morning, evening, afternoon, day, wherever, whenever you are. And I'll chat with you soon. Bye.